And it came to pass in those days that he went out into a mountain to pray and continued all night in prayer to God. He continued all night in prayer to God. And when it was day, he called unto him his disciples, and of them he called unto him his disciples, for he had many. In fact, once the Bible tells us he had a multitude of disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom also he named apostles. Right? Simon, whom he also named Peter, and Andrew his brother, James and John, Philip and Bartholomew, Matthew and Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon called Zealots, and Judas the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, which also was the traitor. And he came down with them and stood in the plain, company of his disciples, and a great multitude of people out of all Judea and Jerusalem, and from the seacoast of Tyre and Sidon, which came to hear him and be healed of their diseases. And they that were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed. And the whole multitude sought to touch him, for there went virtue out of him, and healed them all. Wow. 3 things to observe with respect to his praying all night. Number 1, after prayer, he chose his disciples. In other words, he was preparing for this special assignment. He was going to choose his disciples. He needed to pray like this, because we don't find him praying any other time all night. So we have to find out, why did Jesus have to pray all night on this occasion? What followed when he did? First thing we find, he makes a choice of his apostles. He had called them. They were all going with him. Many are called, few are chosen. Now he chooses these 12 from his host of disciples. So when you're going to be choosing leaders, have you considered serious praying? Or do you just look around and pick those you think they look like they can lead? Jesus prayed all night, and the effect was he chose people who could actually carry on the ministry after him, except the son of perdition, that the scriptures might be fulfilled.